99.9 WYML, and we are live from the McHenry VFW 4600 Post for the 5th annual Spirit Pull to raise funds for the Veterans Path to Hope. I'm Pete Weldon, by the way, and with me is Lee. Lee, you're involved with this somehow. I see the uniform that you're wearing, and tell me a little bit about yourself.
So yes, I am a member here of the VFW. I guess I've been a member for 34 years. Wow. And but we've been doing this with the Veterans Path to Hope, and we love doing this. It's a great time. Get out, veterans come in and mix it up, meet each other, and doing a good cause to help raise money for our brothers and sisters that are in need. There's a lot of them out there, and I encourage anybody to come out today. It costs $20 to get in the door here. And
but that money goes toward VPH, right? It goes directly to VPH.
Yep. We've donated the hall for them here today. So, we believe in this. McHenry is Veteran Central. There's 3 veterans organizations here in McHenry: VFW, the American Legion, and the Polish Legion of American Veterans. And I'm in uniform today because we did a funeral for a brother, a Navy brother that passed away. Yeah, we were too. And we were out there and took care of our brother and made sure he was sent off the proper way.
So how did you get involved with the VFW? You told me a story off air.
So
I'm not sure if it's true or not, but go ahead.
It is, brother. It is. The long and short of it is, my mother-in-law at the time was at the post office, and she was sending a package to me during the first Gulf War. And the commander of this post said, "Oh, you have somebody over?" Because he was sending a package to his son who was over. And she said, "Yeah." And he said, "How long has he been there?" And she said, "Well, since October 12th." And he said, "Oh, he's been there 30 days. He can join the VFW." And so my friend Paul Whitehead, who's since passed on, got me signed up. And about Christmas time of 1990, I had my membership card in the VFW. I always joke I never joined the VFW. I was drafted into it.
So did you know that you were getting signed up for it?
I didn't. The sad fact is, I actually qualified to join the American Legion in 1982 while I was in basic training for the Air Force Reserve. I later transferred to the Army when I graduated from college and was commissioned. But that's the thing, a lot of guys don't know. But today, when we had the sailors with us, they said, "Well, do I qualify for the VFW?" I said, "No, you haven't been in a war zone yet. I can tell that by your medals, and you are very lucky." And he said, "Well, how about American Legion?" I said, "You are fully qualified for the American Legion."
So is that the big difference? I was going to ask you, what's the difference between the American Legion and the VFW?
So they're both wartime military veteran organizations. But for the American Legion, you don't have to be in the combat zone. You just have to be in service.
Okay.
And for the VFW, you have to be in the combat zone, regardless of the job that you're doing.
Okay. And for the VFW, it's probably in the name, and it's not like we've had any wars in the U.S. that we've had to fight. So it's all basically any foreign war that you're involved in.
Correct.
Makes you eligible for VFW.
Correct. Yeah. You have 30 days on the ground in a combat zone, and you're qualified.
Okay. How does if somebody wants to join up, are you out there recruiting, or people?
We are actively recruiting. People come in here, they don't even know they're qualified. So if we sit down and talk with them and say, "Hey, you're qualified," and they're like, "I mean, look at this place, guys, right?
Yes.
Is this not one of the most beautiful places? We rival country clubs."
Yes, you do.
This is a beautiful place.
As a mobile DJ, I've worked in a lot of VFW and American Legion halls, and
they're
honestly,
not quite like this.
They're not quite like this, no.
Yeah.
And they serve their purpose, and they do a great job doing what they do.
Yeah.
It's obviously funds are
Exactly.
a big reason of it, or a big part of it. And so speaking of funds, we're here today to raise funds for Veterans Path to Hope.
Yes.
Which is an organization that helps veterans who are in need. Tell me a little bit about it.
So a lot of veterans don't know that this exists for them, and we're blessed to live in a state that has so many different things. Another organization is the county organization called the Veterans Assistance Commission, and they all veterans can qualify to go there and check that out. But Veterans Path to Hope has a little bit less stringent rules, and they can help some more veterans that way.
Okay.
And it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, I can tell you, we have a young man who is a Special Forces Green Beret who had a traumatic brain injury, and now he's just not doing well. But his family was able to go and get all the stuff to equip a home for him.
Oh, really?
Through Veterans Path
like
to Hope.
medical equipment and stuff like that?
Yeah. A lot of that stuff came from them, and they're wired in with all the other organizations that help the veterans too. And you know, if you show up at VFW 4600 in McHenry and you encounter a veteran, they will show you how to get help.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And obviously, especially in today's climate, and I'm not trying to get political here, but in today's climate, with all the federal cuts that are going on, I think it's even more important that people come out today and support Veterans Path to Hope.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Because, I mean, this is grassroots. I mean, I know all these people here at the Veterans Path to Hope, and we're teammates. We're teammates. Like I said, McHenry is Veterans Central for McHenry County. I mean, we're involved in the Honor Flight McHenry, and they are too. We have Veterans Path to Hope. We have Veterans Network Committee. Those are all county organizations. And but the posts here in McHenry. I mean, we've had the American Legion since 1920.
Wow.
VFW since 1946, and then the Polish Legion since 1982. And we do great things together. I mean, I wear this patch that says the Combined Veterans of McHenry, because we've learned that we're stronger when we work together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Lee, thank you so much for stopping by. Glad to meet you. And of course, we want this to be a successful event for everybody, and that we get the veterans the help that they need, and regardless of what it is. And if you can't donate money, you can donate used housing furniture, right?
Yes.
Furniture, anything that you need to set up a housing or a home. Food bank, I believe, was involved in that too, right?
Yes.
Or a part of that. So whatever you can do to help. Just stop by the McHenry VFW. We're at Post 4600. It's on Route 120 in McHenry. He said east of the bridge, I believe, and I know it's a little bit west of Chapel Hill Road, so it's not that far, depending on what direction you're coming from. We're here until 6 o'clock today to raise funds for Path to Hope, and we've got more coming up from the McHenry VFW later on here on 99.9 WYML.